Get ready for Oblivion Song, issue number 2, review. Hey comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0, and fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And today, guys, we're talking about Robert Kirkman's Oblivion Song. This is issue number 2. First one was a pretty big hit. A lot of people responded very well to this book, and I wanted to see what issue number 2 has to offer. And I can't wait for issue 6, actually, because I heard there's a pretty big payoff in that particular issue. Again, the book is written by Robert Kirkman. The art is done by Lorenzo Di Felici. The artwork is quite interesting. I know this is not everyone's acquired taste, but, you know, the characters have some crazy facial expressions. Their eyes tend to be really big. The creatures are very creative. You know, something that it's just, you have to have a crazy imagination to believe. And I like the colors in the book because it kind of fits the Oblivion world, I feel. And so, yeah, the artwork's not bad. I personally would say, for me, it's not my personal style, but it's not bad either. So, all right, so let's dive into this chapter of the story. What happened in this book? So, we find out that 300,000 people disappeared in this Oblivion, and what happens is you wind up seeing Nathan Cole, who is our main character in the book. He's actually showing the people that he rescued the museum that they created when the Oblivion came and took 300,000 of their own people. They created this this shrine and, like I said, museum, and he's showing them around on what was, you know, on what happened while they were in the Oblivion. And so what happens is we get to see one of these big, really big, ugly creatures. They're just like gigantic, on one of these things that killed like 20,000 people. It was insane. And so we have the Mrs. Crenshaw goes to her husband and says, you know, we have to tell Nathan, we have to tell him. And we find out that there is a bunch of survivors still there in the Oblivion, and this is what helps Nathan's cause to go to the Oblivion to rescue those people. He can't get the funding he needs, so what happens is he winds up going to one of his co-workers or friend's house to see if he could help him go to the Oblivion to try to rescue these people. And of course his friend says no. He's like, I got a family now. He's like, I can't even do that. He's like, what happens if I came back and I don't come back the same person? He's like, this stuff was made for you. For me, no. And what happens is, you know, he obviously backs out. We get to see a little scene in here with Bridget, who is the wife to the scientist, and I think his name is Duncan, and we find out that she has been cheating on him, and I guess she was cheating on him while he was away in the Oblivion as well. So what happens is we get to see Nathan goes into this Oblivion to try to start his rescue mission for these hundreds of people. And so what happens is he's trying to do a stakeout to see what was going on, where the people are at, and then the next thing he sees is this big monstrous creature that comes off and knocks him off balance. He falls on the ground, and he's like, oh my god. And so what happens is he winds up waking up, and there's someone pointing a gun to him. So he finds a survivor, but he's in pretty much bad shape right now. And that's how the issue ends. So what do I think about Oblivion Song issue number 2? I think it was a really good issue. It kind of describes what has happened in the city of Philadelphia, or in Philadelphia for that matter. What happened to these people, the shrine that they created. Kind of gives you a little bit more insight of the world. And then what happens is you get to see just a little bit of tidbits of some character development with Bridget. We found out that she was in an affair and she's trying to break it off. And then we're still getting to learn a little bit more about Duncan, that scientist, because he was in the Oblivion. And so I think Kirkman is starting to put little pieces in there of these characters so they can grow. And then we get to see, obviously, Nathan Cole go into this Oblivion to try to rescue the other survivors in there. I don't want to say that a lot has happened in this issue, but you can see the pacing that Kirkman is trying to take with this book. It's very like his other stuff that he writes, like Outcast, like Invincible, and Walking Dead, how many things, not too much happens in one particular issue. There might be times where we see just one scene take place in an entire issue, and I have a feeling that's where this is going to be at some points in some time too. So again, this has me still very interested. I'm looking very much forward to issue 3, 4, 5, and 6. I want to see this world develop. I want to see our characters grow, and so I'm staying on board with Oblivion Song. At the end of the day, I gotta give this one a 4 out of 5. So guys, in the comments below, tell me what you thought of Oblivion Song issue number 2. Are you a fan? Are you not a fan? Do you think this could be Robert Kirkman's big hit? And fans, as always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button, and until that next comic book review, fans, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye.